Hello. So if you pick this reading, then you are drawn to the number 1111 or even 111. Just the ones are really kind of your thing. So what this reading is are you on the right path? And the answer is, of course you are. You're always on the right path. It's just a matter of getting to know where you are on your path, calibrating yourself and your GPS to where you want to go, understanding and processing where you've been. Also, too, knowing what you have that's going to help you out, what to let go of along the way, and then just what to step into. And that's what the spread's going to answer for you guys. It's going to answer where you've been, your last chapter, where you're or where you are currently, what you're currently going through, where you're heading, what's the future hold for you, what do you want to kind of, if you're going somewhere, you need to put a destination in your GPS. This is what you want to put in your GPS, what you have in your back pocket that will help you along the way, what to let go of that's not really going to serve you on this part of your journey. Maybe it served you before, right now not really there. And then an overall card to step into. Okay, you guys, you have a lot of majors. This is big. Okay, so where you have been, y'all are in a very big phase of your life right now. You're going through something significant. This is a chapter, either shift, change, or part of a chapter that is really going to be a memorable time in your future. It's a turning point of sorts. So where you've been is justice, balance, trying to find the balance, trying to find the right flow that works for you. Balance is a really essential thing in life. It's important because if we're out of balance in any area of our life, then something's not working. Either we're not happy emotionally, we're not happy physically with the resources we have or where we're at, our environment. We're not happy mentally. Maybe our mind's hurting us, or we're struggling with certain thoughts, or we are not happy with our passions. We're not lit up. We're not excited about things, you know? It's important to have every aspect of our life kind of working and flowing. And of course, it's hard to get all those plates in the air and spinning and maintaining them, but we've been working on that. We've been working on finding balance that works for us. And this is about self-care and work. How much time do you set aside for work, and how much time do you set aside for self-care? Do you give both? What about fun and happiness and joy, relationships, creativity, self-expression, learning a new hobby, that kind of stuff? We've been really figuring that out. This is the last chapter, so we've figured it out. Whatever balance you've created for yourself, it is good and it's solid. Because this is justice, there may have been also too a couple of things coming together and closing in a way that really is just fair, so you can move forward. So we have brought justice to certain things. This resonates to me as if there's any kind of traumas or hurts or pains, you have reached a point where you can kind of let that go and move forward. You might have a little bit of forgiveness left to go through, but you have reached a point in your life where it's safe to move forward on that. Now, where you are currently, where you are right now in this chapter, is the High Priestess, intuition. I love this card so much. I actually have painted the High Priestess before. She's one of my favorites. She stands in front of the veil that separates us from the spirit world, the subconscious world, the dream world, the world where all our intuition, our higher selves, our guides reside. And so being the High Priestess, being the one who stands in between, she can move back and forth. She can move into this physical world, which we belong to. We're here and this matters. And she can move into the spiritual realm and really process intuition and see what our guides have to say, or what our gut has to say, or what feels right and what doesn't. She has that ability to move back and forth. She holds this wisdom about her. And she trusts her intuition. And that's kind of where we are right now, is we found the balance. And so now things are going to be changing soon. Are you ready? You feel it. You know it has. You've been tapping into your intuition. You're on this stage already. But it's about trusting our intuition to know what that looks like, where we want to go with it, and when it's right and when it's wrong. Because even if we want something, sometimes the details are off and we know it. Our intuition tells us that we need to shift, and we need to change, and we need to either adjust ourselves and our energy, our expansion, or we need to adjust what we're doing, what we're working with, or even both. Sometimes that happens as well. Bringing that all together, just trusting your intuition, seeking wisdom, and your feminine wisdom as well. The high priestess, she is feminine. So this is your womb space. Even if you don't have a womb, this is your womb space and what your gut says. In trusting that, because your womb will talk to you, and it's very important. It's very rooted energy. It's lower chakra energies. And that's not a bad thing at all, because it's still intuition. We're still between the veils, but that rooted energy allows us to move back and forth. So really work on grounding right now. And then intuition. And what I'm seeing is you're going to get a lot of ideas. Have a journal and a pen and write down your ideas as you get them throughout the day. You might not jump on every idea, but just writing them down allows you to process them and ground them, so that even if you don't go with that one idea, the idea is allowed to evolve into what you do go with. And maybe you'll remember it easier by writing it down. Even if you never have to look at that piece of paper, just write it down. That will help a lot right now. Kind of a bucket for all your intuitive messages and ideas, because it's normally, I don't associate this card with ideas, but I'm getting a lot of ideas. Like it's mental ideas. So if you're trying to do something, maybe you're running a business, or you're trying to, plan a wedding or something, and you're getting a lot of ideas, collect these, because you're going to sort through them and you're going to find a really good idea of what you want to do and how you want to do it. Where you're heading. Oh my goodness, I love this card for you guys. The Wheel of Fortune, Destiny. This card is so colorful and so beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. So you're heading towards big change. That's what I was saying earlier. You're going towards something that is dramatically different than where you've been. Change. I keep hearing the words change. It's dramatically different in the way too that you're not doing what you used to do. You don't feel like you used to feel. You're acting different. Your habits are different. You're carrying yourself different. Your goals are different. Your energy is different. Everything is changing, because it's not just our environment that changes. That's going to be part of it too. Maybe your job changes, your position, your role, how you step into that. But that changes with you. And it's about breaking the pattern. It's about breaking the pattern of where you're at, the rut, the 9 to 5. You wake up every day and you do this. It's about breaking that to do what you want to do, or using that to support you in doing what you want to do. Sometimes a great routine is exactly what you need. If you haven't heard of the Miracle Morning, I think that one's a fantastic one for moving you forward and getting things done. I don't do it 24/7, but I do it every once in a while, and a nice 30-day block is great at getting things done. Blows me away what you can do in that. Destiny too. So you are here for something big, okay? You are, and you feel it, and you know it, and you are at this crux where it's time to step into that. And you're a little bit scared. You don't think you're good enough. You don't think you are worthy. Maybe you don't think you have a big enough message, or people are going to listen to you, or who am I to step into this role? It's your dream for a reason, and you feel the pull for a reason. So really just kind of step into that. Right now you want to put your destiny into your GPS. No matter how wild of a ride it is, you want to put your destiny in your GPS. And that may be scary. There's a lot of fear that comes up with this. The Wheel of Fortune card, destiny. How many times have people paid to know what their future is? I'm an astrologer, okay, you guys? And I read cards. I'm the first one to tell you that your future is dependent on you. What I tell you in the reading may happen, but only if you keep up what you're doing. So people feel like they don't have control over their future. People feel like their future is predetermined, it's destined, and they have no control. And while I'm in the camp that believes that some things, you decide as a soul before you come down here, you're going to do certain things, doing them, that's our free will. We don't have to do those things, but we've determined we're going to. And so we have the free will to push us, but it takes personal action. It takes personal making things happen. I'm being shown like the law of attraction, which is fantastic and great, but also the law of action, right? And action sometimes is scary, especially when we're doing something different. We don't know what to expect when we're doing something different. Even if we don't like the old ways, they're safe. But it's a time to change that. It's time to embrace the unknown. And where you're afraid, rise up anyways. I know it's scary. because I'm being shown currently something in my life that I'm scared about doing, but I've been told I need to rise up and do anyways. But if it's a part of where you want to head, if it's a part of your destiny, if you know there's no other path forward, then take it. Let go of control and surrender, but don't give up where you want to go. Still get creative with your imagination on where you want to go. And I'm hearing a yes on my head on that one. So still visualize it and see it happening, but don't be afraid to act. That's the message there. Okay, so I think there's something else that wants to come with the Destiny and Wheel of Fortune card. Okay, this card does not feel bad. So what I said about people, paying to know about their future and, what's going to happen, it's nothing bad at all. There's nothing bad in this card for you guys. I think this spread is phenomenally empowering and colorful and hopeful. Like you guys have some awesome stuff going on. Let me know what it is when you do it, because I'm really excited about this. What you have in your back pocket that will help you along the way. The Two of Swords, crossroads. This is about those choices. Which way do you want to go? Know that as you put yourself at different crossroads, as you find yourself at different crossroads, that's meant to happen. And it's not a bad idea to do something different. It isn't. The Destiny card. Ask yourself what takes you closer to that GPS destination of your destiny. If that's plugged into Apple Maps or Google Maps or whatever you use, Waze, and it says, okay, take the next left turn when you get to the crossroads, take the next left turn. So using your crossroads to get you to your destination from your intuition. So you're using your intuition to say, well, which direction do I go, this way or that way? Your intuition will help you with that. That's where you are currently. And or don't forget the balance card either, because she's singing and saying self-care along the way. You want to continue to bring balance with you. Don't be afraid of like running out of energy or burning out or anything, but just bring your balance with you. The principles, the things you learn that are important, bring that with you and take care of that. But let these choices lead you to your destiny through your intuition, through trusting that. Also, Two Swords are a mental energy. They are how you think and communicate. It's your sword of truth. Twos, balanced, committed. One is like, ooh, let's go. We're new, we're here, let's just start this thing. And two's like, okay, I saw one go. I really want to kind of think about how I want to do this. I'm not quite sure how I want to do. But once I decide, I'm going to feel pretty good about it. And then two decides, and then, okay, we're solid. We're here. Get 2 feet on the ground. Yeah, this is nice. So it's kind of energy of the Two of Swords. So the mental energy suggests take your time deciding, right? You don't have to decide right now. Gather your intuitive thoughts, gather your intuition nudges, and keep in mind where you want to go. But you don't have to act immediately, because once you do, you're going, you're good, you're on that road. You're very committed. And mentally let yourself kind of work it out. You'll decide when you're ready to decide, and when you do, you're going to be set and golden. There won't be any swaying you. Even if you haven't taken the action yet, you will, because you're going to, every time you think about it, you'll think, okay, well, the next step is the action. All I have to do now is this action, and then I'm good to go. There's no more worrying about it. There's no more thinking about it. I just have to do it. So when you're ready, you're going to do it and stuff like that. But which it doesn't have to be right now. That's okay. But soon. So yeah, that's kind of what's going to really help you, is taking your time to really think things out, decide what's worthy, what's important, what's good, what you value, what carries what you value, what doesn't, and then committing to that and standing firm in that. Now, this card is kind of interesting. The card to let go of that is no longer serving you. And remember, this is just for this part of the journey. Excuse me. So when you're doing something different, when you're on a different part of your journey, this card may be the most essential thing in your backpack to help you. Which again, backpack stuff, this is something you already have. It's not something you have to learn. It's a tool you already have in your belt. But this one, put this one to rest. Don't pick it up for a while. The Star, hope. And this one's interesting to me, because it's like, why would you not want hope? I feel the intuition is singing to me. The reason why is because after a certain point, hope can be ungrounded. There can be situations where you hope something changes, but your intuition is like, no, this is gonna happen. But you keep hoping and hoping and hoping and hoping and hoping and hoping, and then it gets there, and you haven't prepared yourself for anything other than what you've been hoping for, and then it just hurts. And that's not fun. So having optimism, having a higher perspective, those are all great things. But life works best when you honor what life is and work with life. It's like who you are. You are your canvas. You might want to be this, maybe you see someone who does all these things, right? And you want to be this person, you want to do these things, and you just want to change, you just want to be that person. You don't like these things about yourself. Well, you are the canvas. You can, if you want to be more confident, paint confidence on yourself, right? If you want to be more financially savvy, paint that with yourself, right? So rather than trying to go for the hope that things are going to work out, start painting yourself with the traits you need to work through things. Move through them rather than trying to hope for better. Again, the hope card, usually it's a great card, but in this position, it's just saying, like, your intuition knows. And I'm being shown two situations recently where there was one situation where I had hope that things would change, and I kind of knew they would. I was still planning like they wouldn't change, but I knew they wouldn't move forward. I just knew. And that's what happened. And then another situation happened where I really did not want things to happen, and I did not prepare for things to happen, and they happened anyways. And so I had to process that and be like, oh crap. And with that hope too, the hope lifts you up. And so if it gets to that point and it falls, then it's hard. But if I were just to process and say, hey, you know, I really hope it doesn't happen, but okay, let's treat it like it does. Let's act like it does. We can move through that. Trust your intuition on this one too, though, because sometimes our intuition says don't act on things. Sometimes it says it does. Like when the first thing I was planning for that I hope wouldn't go through, that didn't go through, I hit a wall at one point where I couldn't plan anymore. I couldn't do the work anymore. And that's kind of what I knew. Versus the other situation, I never hit that wall. So just kind of feel into it and kind of use your judgment, but process reality for what it is. Don't take yourself out of reality, especially with this destiny card, the intuition card, the balance card. Like, you are building something real right now. You're building something tangible, physical, real, that's going to make an impact on the world. And that grounded energy is important. Stay optimistic, give yourself the higher perspective, but don't value hope above action, above groundedness, above your intuition either. No matter what comes in your life, you can move through it. So there's nothing really to be afraid of, even though we think we should be afraid of things. You can move through anything that happens in your life. Even if it hurts, you can. I think too, a lot of people have reached this point where they no longer want to feel pain. We've felt some really bad pain and we want to do everything we can to avoid it. You know how. It's that self-work. It's the reflection, it's the intuition, it's trusting yourself, it's grounding yourself. Hope takes you out of yourself. It's like, oh, I hope and pray that the universe does this for me. The universe is going to do stuff for you. But what about you? What are you hoping and praying you do for you? Focusing on that. Okay. And I think there might be one more message on that card too. Let me see. Okay, the star. She looks a little bit like she's, like, you know the siren effect where, ooh, that's gorgeous, and you can't look away? If it's too good to be true, I hate saying this because sometimes things feel too good to be true and they are totally true. Let that happen, but if things feel too good to be true and you know it and your intuition's telling you, look at that. Because sometimes things are like, holy crap, how did this happen? And it's so real and it's so supportive and it's so time. Trust that. But other times where it's like, this glitters so much, but something feels off and you're just like, oh, we'll just ignore that. It'll work out. It'll work out. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. Because I don't want to discourage you if things are opening up, if doors are opening up in ways you've never imagined. Trust those doors because it happens. It does. But it's more about escapism through hope. Don't avoid reality through hope. Don't escape. I've been there. I've done it. It's no fun. Cards are saying don't do it either. Okay, so sum that up. Where you've been balancing, finding your status quo, finding your self-care routine, your work routine, the balance between your emotions, your passions, your mind, your resources, all of that good stuff. Where you are right now, trusting your intuition, letting that be your guide, your feminine wisdom. Where you're heading is your destiny. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. What you have that's going to help you is this crossroads, being able to kind of really sit and think which way you want to go and making the decisions that take you somewhere different. And those do bring change. Change is a big one here. We are changing, you guys. What to let go of is that escapism through hope. Hope is great. Hope is fantastic. Faith is fantastic, but don't escape through it. Okay, so the last card of what to step into that will really, really help you along the way. To kind of sum things up, because this is a lot of messages. This has been 20 minutes so far, you guys. There's a lot of messages, and so to sum it up into one kind of takeaway, that if you don't remember anything else I say, remember this, apply this, and you'll be pretty good. So this is another major, so we've had only one minor card, judgment, self-reflection. And so to me, this brings me back to what I said about this hope card, where we don't want to escape through hope. You have to do the work. Self-reflection is work. Being able to look yourself in the mirror, being able to look at yourself and see yourself and really reflect on who you are. This judgment, it could be harsh, but it doesn't feel harsh. It's very much soft and understanding. We're human. There's nothing wrong with being human. Sometimes humans deal with things we don't want to deal with: guilt, jealousy, keeping yourself small, being your own ceiling, fear, whatever, all these things. It's just a matter of being aware that we're doing those things and kind of giving ourselves the chance to step into that, listen to that, work with that. Self-reflection, spending time journaling, processing through all of this that's going on. You want to ground it back in yourself, especially because we're stepping into our destiny. We're stepping into these big things. Why wouldn't you want to be able to reflect and ground? And this is about keeping those practices that you've built up in this Justice Balance card, keeping them present, because you don't want to lose sight of your cup being full. You don't want to lose sight of your care. You don't want to lose sight of what you need, your groundingness, your upliftment, your mindset work. You want to keep those things that are supporting you, because if you take those support systems away, you're going to fall back in old patterns. It's not like, oh, it's a crutch. It's not a crutch at all. It's just building a life that supports you in your highest good. So reflecting on that, reflecting on what is your highest good, how does that look for you, what does all this mean, your fears, and moving forward, and just self-reflection. I feel like this one is something that you guys should really think about and reflect on. Like, what does this mean for you? Mirror work, what does it mean for you? Journaling, meditation, chakra work, dancing, introspection. What do all those things mean for you? Just really reflect and grow. And when you do that, you're gonna be fine. Like, when you self-reflect, when you trust your intuition, you know the way. You do. Like, you don't need a guide or mentor to tell you the way. They can guide you, they can mentor you, but you and your intuition is where that source is coming from. I trust my intuition 100%. I still go see readers. I have coaches, and they support me phenomenally. But it's about being able to reflect anyways. I don't give up my reflection powers. I don't give up my ability to do my own work. I'm still my own mentor. I'm still my own reader. So being able to have that, but also having external, that's kind of where you want it to be. Even if you have external support, that's perfect. Make sure you're mirroring that internally. Make sure you're reflecting internally. I hope this reading resonates, you guys. Please leave a comment if it does and where it resonates. And then, of course, I do offer readings. So if you would like a reading, either I could do this spread for you, or I'm an astrologer as well. If you've seen some of my astrology videos, I will leave my links in the description below if you want to kind of hop on a reading with me and have some good fun there, because it will be a blast. All right, you guys, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.